no reason. You have significantly better unit composition at this point. I don't know what Poaq's actually seen in his base. He's actually seen everything. This is actually really good scouting. When you see these double robos like this, and you yourself do not have double robo production, you need to throw down a Stargate. So, while this has changed, this is true in both wings and hots. In hots, you're going to get tempests and things like that. Oh, only one on gas. But in wings, you want to rush mothership, right? So you're at a point where you're behind in Colossi. Colossi do, as I was talking about the Protoss thing, Colossi do such high DPS instantly that, like, if your army composition is bad, if you're behind in upgrades, if you are caught out of position, your entire army just vaporizes. So what you need to counteract this mass Colossi is a Stargate. So he's trying to catch up in Colossus production, which only will work if ZtyrantM will not, if he doesn't decide to push. So if he pushes at any moment while he's behind in Colossi, the longer ZtyrantM waits, it is simply just giving Poaq more opportunities to come back into the game. And it looks like we actually may have an engagement right here. Poaq is moving out, and while ZtyrantM is trying to take a fourth, there's a pretty good pylon placement right here. Allows you to constantly be aware of when your opponent's taking bases. Really good job. Here, I would like to see that you get a lot more gates. He does not have many gates. You want maybe like off 3 bases getting your fourth. You want maybe like 10, 15, 20 gates. You're getting your money is short because it's Colossus production, but you need to have the investment because you can't max produce Colossi. Oh, and look, we're about to have the big engagement here. ZtyrantM is backing up for some reason, and Poaq tries to get the base. He can't. Backs off. Engages here, but not a good position because he's stuck in this concave. His Colossus are stuck here. These charge loss are just shredding through everything. The Colossi in the back, way more Colossi just splash damage, focus firing the Poaq's Colossi, and then his army just gets completely annihilated. And it doesn't even. There's such a huge supply difference at this point. This simply just comes from. So say, let's see, his upgrades are 2-2. 3-1. The 3-1, in my opinion, is better than the 2-2 in this case. But his lack of Colossi, he's getting caught in the choke. His unit composition just doesn't work. Overall, I think it was a pretty good game well played by both. It just came down to one just not knowing what to make in this situation, and it's understandable. When you see this many Colossi, though, you really can't. And you're behind in Colossi, you really can't engage. You need to depend on a vortex to be able to get a good shot on them, or lots of pylons on the sides, and then do mass charge lot warp ins. Also, lots of gates are important. You can't warp, like, you lose as soon as you lose these Colossi, like, okay, so say these Colossi, so right now he's got a couple Archons, like a Sentry and a couple of Stalkers, right? Say this battle, Poaq actually came out like fairly well in this battle, right? And he kept this many Colossi. Now, these Colossi can easily be destroyed by just a mass warping of like maybe 9, 10 Stalkers or charge lots. You just push them in, oh, these are just gonna die. You need the infrastructure to be set up. You don't have to warp in from them yet because you can use your money to get your mothership, get your Void Rays, or whatever you want to get mass Colossus, etc. But you need the infrastructure being present is really, really important, especially in PvP. The person with the most gates always has an advantage because since there's no defender's advantage in PvP, the person with the most gates is the one who reinforces the fastest and the strongest. So yeah, that was a pretty good game. So now, with ZtyrantM up 1-0, we will now move on to the next game.